He stood alone at the edge of the golf course, the California sun low on the horizon. The wind brushed his silver hair, and his hands, still strong, still steady, gripped the club with quiet confidence. At 95 years old, Clint Eastwood looked out at the rolling hills and smiled. "You know," he said once in an interview, "every morning, I wake up and tell myself, don't let the old man in." That line became more than a quote. It became his life's commandment. Because Clint Eastwood doesn't fight age, he outsmarts it. Born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, Clint lived through nearly a century of history. Wars, revolutions, the birth of Hollywood, and the rise of modern technology. Yet, somehow, the man who gave us Dirty Harry, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and Gran Torino still carries himself with the coolness, the power, and the presence of a man in his prime. But here's what most people don't know. Eastwood's longevity isn't luck, it's a philosophy, built from decades of discipline, loss, and quiet wisdom. In his youth, he wasn't supposed to make it in Hollywood. Casting agents called him too tall, too quiet, too stoic. He didn't fit the mold. Yet, year after year, he kept showing up, grinding, learning, pushing forward. That same mindset, patience and persistence, became the foundation for how he approaches aging. He's faced heartbreak, exhaustion, and the loneliness that comes with outliving friends, co-stars, and even rivals. But instead of giving up, Clint chose gratitude. He turned pain into purpose. When his dear friend Toby Keith once asked him how he keeps going, Clint replied simply, "I don't let the old man in." Toby turned those words into a song, and it became the anthem of Clint's life. And when you look at him now, standing tall at 95, still directing, still walking miles each morning, still thinking about his next film, you realize this isn't about fame. It's about a man who refuses to surrender to time. So today, we're going deep into the morning routine, the foods, the mindset, and the shocking truth that keep Clint Eastwood looking and moving like a man 30 years younger. Because behind the legend is a lesson every man and woman over 50 needs to hear. Clint Eastwood's morning routine and mindset. Clint Eastwood starts his day before most people even open their eyes. At sunrise, he steps outside his Carmel home, breathes in the ocean air, and lets silence greet him first. No phone, no noise, just stillness. He believes mornings should set the tone for the day, calm, clear, and controlled. He spends 10 minutes meditating, a habit he adopted in the 1970s, when stress from directing and acting started taking a toll. "You can't control the world," he once said, "but you can control your response to it." That calm mindset is what has kept his blood pressure low, his focus sharp, and his energy steady for decades. After meditation, he drinks warm water with lemon. Not coffee, not sugar, just hydration and simplicity. Then comes movement. Sometimes it's golf, sometimes a long walk along the coast, and sometimes a few sets of light resistance work, bodyweight squats, push-ups, stretching. He says, "If you're not moving, you're rusting." It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Even at 95, he still does some form of physical activity every day. And while most men his age are sleeping late or sitting still, Clint's already earned his momentum. That's the secret. Motion creates energy, and energy creates youth. Foods and habits that keep him young. Clint Eastwood has always been careful about what he eats. Even back in his 40s, he followed a clean, low-sugar diet, decades before it became fashionable. Breakfast is usually something simple: oatmeal with berries, green tea, or sometimes an egg white omelet with vegetables. He avoids heavy breakfasts because he believes food should fuel the mind, not slow it down. Lunch often includes grilled fish, steamed vegetables, and brown rice or quinoa. He's a big believer in omega-3 fats. Salmon, tuna, and olive oil are regulars on his plate. Dinner is light: a bowl of soup, some chicken or tofu, maybe a side salad. He doesn't eat late, and he avoids overeating, a habit that keeps his metabolism young. But what's more important is his attitude toward food: discipline over desire. He's never followed extreme diets, never chased trends. His rule: eat like you plan to live a long time. He also avoids refined sugar, rarely drinks alcohol, and stays hydrated throughout the day. Water, green tea, and the occasional black coffee. That's it. And every evening, he practices gratitude, writing down a few things he's thankful for. This small mental exercise has been proven to reduce stress, improve heart health, and boost longevity, something Clint figured out long before science confirmed it. 5 foods Clint Eastwood avoids, not out of restriction, but out of respect for his body. Processed meats, bacon, sausages, and deli meats. These are packed with sodium and nitrates that damage blood vessels and increase heart risk. Clint's doctor once warned him about blood pressure in his 50s, and that was the wake-up call. He cut these out completely. Sugary cereals and pastries. He used to enjoy a donut with coffee during long filming days, but later realized how it crashed his energy. Now, his mornings are sugar-free. No pastries, no processed breakfast foods. White bread and refined carbs. Over the years, Clint replaced refined carbs with whole grains. He once said, "The body's like an engine. Don't fill it with cheap fuel, heavy red meat." While he still enjoys a good steak once in a while, Clint switched to leaner proteins as he got older: chicken, fish, or plant-based options. Red meat was something he cut back to reduce inflammation and improve digestion. Fried and fast foods. On set, there's always junk food available. But even in his 70s, Clint would bring his own meals: grilled chicken, rice, vegetables. He said that fried foods make him feel sluggish, and at his age, energy is gold. By avoiding these, Clint has maintained strong heart health, stable energy, and sharp cognition, even past 90. His workout and daily movement. Clint Eastwood never trained to look muscular. He trained to stay capable. In his younger years, he lifted weights, surfed, rode horses, and played golf. In his later years, he switched to mobility and endurance. Now, at 95, he still walks every day, often miles across his ranch or golf course. He practices light resistance training 3 times a week: bands, dumbbells, or body weight work. He focuses on posture, flexibility, and balance. "You don't stop moving because you get old," he said. "You get old because you stop moving." One of his favorite forms of exercise? Gardening. It's low impact, keeps him outdoors, and strengthens both body and mind. He also practices mindful breathing, inspired by yoga and meditation, to improve oxygen flow and reduce stress. That combination of calm breathing and daily motion is his fountain of youth. His key philosophy on longevity. Clint Eastwood's philosophy on longevity isn't about avoiding death. It's about living fully until it comes. He believes that purpose keeps you alive. "You've got to have a reason to get out of bed," he once said. That's what keeps the old man away. For him, that purpose is storytelling. He's still directing, still creating, still curious. He doesn't fear time. He respects it. That's why he never wastes it on negativity, regret, or gossip. He spends it learning, laughing, and working on what matters most. His secret? Simplicity. He doesn't complicate health. He doesn't chase youth. He just takes care of his body, feeds his mind, and stays curious about life. That's why, even at 95, when most people slow down, Clint's eyes still hold that same spark, the fire of a man who still believes there's another story. Final call to action. If there's one thing Clint Eastwood teaches us, it's this: aging is inevitable, but getting old is optional. You don't need his fame or his genetics. You just need his mindset. Wake up early, move your body, eat clean, keep learning, find purpose, and above all, don't let the old man in. Because the moment you stop chasing life, life stops chasing you. So the next time you look in the mirror, don't ask, "How old am I?" Ask, "How alive am I?" Clint Eastwood is proof that even at 95, you can live strong, sharp, and fearless if you just refuse to give up on yourself.